Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
You know what it is, your man Eldorado Hip Hop since 1987. We live in the A right now, backstage, center stage, Coke 45 event, and I'm with a crew right now to just shut down the show, rock the whole stage. Alabama natives, but they representing the A in a great way. They go by the name of Watch the Duck. How y'all gentlemen doing today?
Good, doing good, bro.
Now, as I gave mention to, y'all definitely just did y'all thing on the stage. Y'all had the crowd involved, great energy out there. Y'all kind of gave a mixture of trap and EDM music and whatnot. So explain to me how you guys all came together.
God! We've known each other for a while, but Watch the Duck was like an evolution of a crew. Evolution of just creative-minded people that came together. And like the term Watch the Duck was kind of like our version of country dumb, you know, or what I feel like the world watches the duck, you know, because everybody is trying to project success and make it look so easy when you're working hard as hell to keep it up like that. So we used to always call that Watch the Duck. And it's like by calling it Watch the Duck, we had the freedom to just do whatever we wanted to do musically, because you're looking at some real musically schizophrenic guys and the duck. So I mean, we needed something that will allow us to do that, you know, without people kind of expecting something. Like we really don't want you to expect anything, but just a good addition to culture.
Now, as I gave mention to, you guys, you aren't rappers, you aren't trappers, you have your own lane. How would you explain your lane and your sound?
Ooh, we wouldn't. We don't like explaining our sound, to be honest. What we do is we make it, and what we've learned, especially now, is that people are going to call it whatever they like the most. You know what I mean? We have people that come up to us after a show like that and be like, yo, I love y'all sound. That's the dope soul sound y'all got. We just be like, thank you. And another person to come up, he might be a fan of dubstep and be like, yo, the stuff y'all doing with dubstep is crazy. So to us, it's kind of like it's more like a mirror music. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see what you want to see and you're going to hear what you want to hear in it. So we try not to, we don't label it. We toy makers. We don't make toy cabinets, you know what I mean? So you put it where you want to put it, you know.
I like how you phrased that. And I also understand you guys were producers and DJs before coming together and being artists. So what exactly brought you guys together? We now know where the duck comes from. We know, you know, how you guys classify yourselves or don't classify yourselves, but what brought you guys all together?
Well, basically, you know what I'm saying, we all came together. We all from Montgomery, Alabama, the same neighborhood, so we kind of grew up together, but we actually had the same interests and actually ended up at the same university together, and that's when we've originally started working together and doing things, and that blossomed into what you see here now, here today. 3 young gentlemen and a duck. Now, where the duck came from, you just got to think about that.
Now, I also understand you guys are part of Hustle Gang. So you have T.I., you know, backing and endorsing what you guys have going on as far as your movement is concerned. How did you guys link with Tip?
God! But now for Pharrell, actually, one of the songs we're doing on Tip's album, G Shit, they had done the record and they were playing the record for Pharrell, and Pharrell was like, yo, man, you need to get Watch the Duck to sing that hook. And then Tip was like, yeah, man, we should. So then we came in that night, we did it, and then Tip was like, yo, you know, man, I've been trying to, you know, link up with y'all and stuff like that. And then we ended up doing Girlfriend. He jumped on Girlfriend that night. We did 2 other records that y'all gonna hear real soon. We did like 4 records that night. Okay. And then it was just like, man, okay, we can rock together because we speak the same language, which is just work. You know what I mean? Like we just did a lot of work that night. And every time we link up with Tip, that's what we do. So he was like, shoot, man, y'all need to rock with, y'all from the South, y'all from Alabama, y'all in ATL, y'all putting a new thing out in the Sound, in the South, y'all got to mess around with Hustle Gang.
So besides G's Up, do you guys have any other work as far as T.I.'s new upcoming album, Paperwork?
Well, the song G Shit with us, Tip, and Pharrell, and Tip, Jeezy, beat done by Pharrell. We're featured on a song called Light 'Em Up, which is a song, another Pharrell track, but it's a song, R.I.P. to Doe B. It's a song like that. And then another song called Designer with Tip and Big Country. And then we got some other records that we doing with Tip. Like we trying to sway him to go and do a Tip versus Watch the Duck type of EP.
Okay.
That's probably gonna be in the works. So we got like a lot of like other records that you're not gonna expect to hear the King of the South on, but that nigga is murdering them bitches though. You know what I'm saying? So like we like 2000. What year is this? 2014.
Yes, indeed.
2014, 15. It's gonna be some cool shit coming out between Watch the Duck and Tip. Just T.I. and other people, but we just talking about Tip right now.
Okay.
That's a gang in general.
We'll definitely look out for that. Now, so we see you guys have you have work and material coming out with T.I. I also understand you guys have something that you just recently did with Iggy, but I know you guys are working on your own project and your own material. So why don't you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
Yeah, we just making music, making a lot of good music. We just did our first full project. We call it a mixtape, but to us it's more like a soundtrack. Because basically we worked on it. I mean, we put stuff on it as if we were working on a full-fledged album. You know what I mean? So we weren't coming in there like, man, let's just do the mixtape, bro. Let's just cut a mixtape. We was like, man, now let's put some great music together. So it's called Don't Watch Me. Watch the Duck. And it's on livemixtapes.com. It's for free. Tip is on that. Busta Rhymes is on there. Trade the Truth, and CeeLo wrote a song. And these are people that we work with and got a relationship with. It's not like we was sitting in the studio like, you know who would be crazy on this? It's just more like people that we got a natural, organic working relationship. Tricky Stewart, which is another one of our business partners with Red Zone. He produced on there. So it's kind of like our family came together and we just put out kind of like giving people an idea of the things to come, because all those people we name, we have something coming out even on their projects. Okay. And we're working with them on other, you know, that we working with Tricky and Dream on another record that's gonna be on Tip album, you know. So it's like it's just a whole family thing coming together. And our project Don't Watch Me is just a chance to kind of like say a whole lot of stuff that's been recent conversation for us, get it all out there and kind of let people hear the sound outside of popping off too. You know what I mean? Like just kind of see more of a spectrum of like, okay, here are some capabilities. Here are a lot of our capabilities. I'm not gonna say all our capabilities. Here's a lot of it though. So yeah, don't watch me. Watch the dope.
Now I gotta also ask you this: being in the Atlanta area, even though you guys are natives of Alabama, you know Atlanta is known for that trap rap sound, and you guys are definitely in another lane. So what obstacles have you guys faced and overcome in this process?
Well, you know, anytime you're doing something that's new, you know what I'm saying, as we doing in music, you know, everybody's trying to put it in a box, as you said earlier. They trying to put a genre on it, but we kind of like, you know, run away from that. We just kind of like put out good music. So the obstacle is everybody just catching up, man. You know what I'm saying? The industry look like they caught up quicker, and you know, we got our fans, and we just gonna keep growing it, man. But we got the same obstacles as every other artist, you know. You got to put out music, you know what I'm saying? You hope the people love it, but you know, we've been getting good response from our music, and you know, and we just keep it creative, man. We don't really look at it as any obstacles in front of us. We just do what we love, you know. You mess with it, you mess with it. You don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? So the only obstacle is you know. So there it is.
I gotta say one thing on that too. Atlanta known for trap right now, but we gotta remember though, Waterfalls came out of Atlanta. That was all Atlanta people. Usher came out of Atlanta. Who else am I missing? Outkast, Goody Mob. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't really think, to be honest, I don't really think we doing nothing different. You know, it's just real talk. Like, I just, it's hard to take credit for that. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like what we doing is kind of more so reminding people, because that's what we hear the most is like, we're like, damn, I forgot Atlanta got some crazy shit like this. You know, I think just right now, trap is the centerpiece. You know what I mean? Which is dope. But we forget about. I don't want to forget about that. Like, wasn't nothing trap about Waterfalls. You know what I mean? Like it was, and that was a major hit. You know, so and all that came from all the writers, the producers, the engineers, the group. All of that was Atlanta. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to remember that too. You know what I mean? And we feel like we come from. That's where we came from. We came from that. We came from the Goody Mob, the Outkast. That's not new. That's, you know what I mean, this is just another version of it. It's just coming through us now.
Honestly, my man, we've done several interviews in time. That's one of the greatest responses that I've ever heard. Because what you said is all fact. You know, we do forget about the TLCs and the Ushers, and you know, so many songwriters and producers are still in this area making great quality music that wouldn't be classified as trap, and you know, it gets overlooked. So I definitely appreciate that response. That was definitely real, and I hope our viewers pay attention to that. So we see you guys will be on Tip's project. You just rocked the stage, as we said, the Coke 45 event. You've done work with Iggy, and you guys are also working on your own up-and-coming project. So what else can we expect from you brothers as the year 2014 moves along?
You can just expect Wash the Duck to, you got this. You can expect Wash the Duck to take over the world in the universe.
Can you promise that we'll keep our spot? If y'all take over the world, just make sure we keep our spot, all right?
Get down and lay down.
We're trying to get down. That's what we're here right now.
I mean, you gotta get up under the umbrella, or you might get rained on.
I respect that.
That's what I have to say. And we just gonna. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's really all. But no, like we and I guess other projects. We're messing around with Trey them.
Okay.
Like he said, Tricky and Dream. Man, a bunch of stuff. We just been in the studio with a whole lot of people. A lot of that stuff is gonna come out.
Okay.
2015, 2014, and then Wash the Duck just gonna keep rocking your world, taking your girl. The duck is. Not me, the duck is. Girls love the duck.
I see, and the duck has been quiet there.
He don't say nothing either.
Nothing.
We be sweating. Like we be sweating, we be working hard. They walk right past us, cuz just to the duck. And just be feeling on it.
Let me tell you something I learned. When you got a big duck, you ain't gotta say that.
Girls love stuffed animals. Girls do love stuffed animals. Something about it.
For people who may not, know about your movement and they want to stay in contact with you guys via social media and things of that nature, how can they go about doing so?
WatchTheDuck.com on Twitter. Watch the Duck on Instagram. Watch the Duck. Let me spell it for you. WatchTheDuck.com at number sign. Holla at us is what I'm saying. Watch the Duck.
Get some duck in your life. Get some duck in your life.
If you don't know about it by now, this is the movement that's going down. Watch the Duck. Stay tuned to Hip Hop Since 1987 for a lot more from these brothers, because we'll be keeping you up to date.